One thing we always say is that making puff puff is really a science. If you get the wrong measurements, if the water is off or the oil is too hot or not hot enough, it just damages the whole thing. So it's an exact science making puff puff. My name is Marianne. I'm one of the founders of Puff Puff Ministry, which is a West African dessert brand that I founded with my sisters using our mom's 20-year-old recipe.
I'm Tito. I'm the mom, Puff Puff mom.
We started Puff Puff Ministry back in 2020 because we realized that while there is a massive love for West African food, there wasn't really anything when it came to desserts. And we've always had this amazing recipe in our family. We grew up in our mom's bakery in Lagos, Nigeria, and mom is a fantastic baker and chef and everything. Like, she's literally super mom. And so we realized during the lockdown that we had a really strong recipe in the family, because you go around London, you go to Chinatown, there's so many Asian desserts, and we thought, why not have the same thing for West African dessert? And everyone knows and loves puff puff. And so we thought, let's just take it up a notch and introduce more people to this incredible West African snack. Puff puff means everything to me. I'm not gonna lie, puff puff for me is love, it's family, it's heritage, it's culture, it's everything. It's a way for many people to connect. Growing up, anytime you go to any party, any gathering, there is always puff puff. Puff puff truly is something that unites everyone, no matter where in the world that you're from. So that is really what puff puff means to me.
For us, in my family, Puff Puff means love.
Yeah, puff puff means love. When we started the business, because it was lockdown, obviously everyone was stuck at home. And at the same time, there were so many people starting businesses during the lockdown, especially food businesses. So we really had to spend a lot of time preparing ourselves for it. That said, we actually started planning Puff Puff Ministry a year before we officially launched. So we spent a whole year from 2019 thinking about what we wanted to give out there to the world and thinking about our packaging, our recipe. We were sending boxes to each other to make sure that the products actually kept really well during transit. But one of the most challenging things about starting was just learning how to run a food business in the UK. At Puff Puff Ministry, we always say that our mission is to spread the joy of Puff Puff and to make Puff Puff the UK's next favourite dessert. It's a big mission, it's a big dream, but we truly believe in it. And that is really the main thing we want people to take away from Puff Puff Ministry, to come across Puff Puff and realise that, oh, actually, this thing tastes really similar to something I have in my culture. We always say that Puff Puff exists around the world. No matter where you're from in the world, your country has some version of fried dough. Whether you're from Congo and it's called mikate, or you're from Ghana and it's called bafraj, or you're from India and it's called gulab jamun, it doesn't matter. There is always some fried dough. So we want people to sort of unite around this cultural snack, and that's really what our mission is. We want to show people that puff puff can be on the same level as empanadas and churros, because why not? When it comes to our day-to-day operations, it really changes by the day. A lot of it actually now is really on the back end. It's really about processing orders, looking at what new orders have come in, replying to emails. Like, so when people think about a food business, you might just think about, oh, when you're in the kitchen making the product, but actually there's so many steps before you get to the kitchen. Really, the backbone of the business is in your operations, it's in the admin, it's in the business development, it's in the marketing. So really, a lot of my time is spent on my laptop and less of my time is in this kitchen. So it's really about setting the groundwork and making sure those orders are coming in and that we're engaging with our customers and our community. So that's typically how a day-to-day would start. Running a food business in the UK, I think, is truly incredible. One thing I will give to the UK is there is a real love and a lot of support when it comes to food culture in the UK, especially from across the world. I mean, like I said, you go to Chinatown and there's so many desserts. You can get Filipino desserts, you can get anything you want in London especially, but generally in the UK. And I think that's why Puff Puff Ministry grew so quickly, because people were already very welcoming and open to trying new things. So that being said, one thing I will say that has been amazing about running a food business in the UK is making sure you have a really good product. So I would say social media has been so central to our growth. A lot of the customers that we have, especially our corporate clients, they've all come through social media. either someone DM'd us or someone found us on Instagram and then emailed us afterwards. So I would honestly, without social media, I don't think puff-off industry would be where it is today. Many times when we've worked with brands like Google and TikTok and Peloton and Netflix, etc., someone who works at that company has emailed us, or there are some brands that they've emailed us and I've been like, what? How has that happened? So I will say a lot of it, luckily, has been through people. And I think the best part of that is because we have really invested in growing a community of puff-off lovers online. Many of these people, they work at these companies. And so maybe they ordered a box of puff-off years ago to their house. And then one day when their company was thinking about having an event, they thought puff-off ministry. So that's usually how these things come through. It's actually through an individual who just happens to work for that company. So again, it's really about valuing every single customer that you have. We want people to try our puff-off, and if they decide to travel across Africa and they see puff-off there, it tastes the same. We don't ever want to compromise it beyond, giving you the option to have toppings. And that's why we're always going to offer plain puff-off, the classic, the OG. And actually, many people might not realize this, but that is still one of our best sellers. Yeah. When we have events, most people are still ordering plain. So there's a lot of value in just showing it as it is. And so many people think, oh, because you put Oreo. What do you mean naked? Please.
No, without.
I mean, it's true. To be fair, it is true. It is naked, I guess. But yeah, 5 years from now, where do we see puff-off ministry? Oh, I have big dreams. We all have big dreams of puff-off ministry. I'm not gonna lie. We would love to have a shop. Maybe in 5 years, maybe 2 shops. But let's just start small. Let's start with 1 shop. The next 2 years
and finish big.
Start small, finish big. Yes. Obviously, we would love to. We've been thinking about that for a long time. One thing I will say, and I will give us credit for, we have planned this business's entire 20, 30-year history already. We have it down. It's in there. We have the big plans already. But for now, because we're friends, I'll give you a little sneak peek, okay? So, Puff-Off Ministry, one of our big dreams for sure is to expand internationally. The US is a market that we're looking at, but that's all I can tell you for now, okay? I can't give you all of our business plans, so that should do for now. Best thing for me about Puff-Off Ministry is the fact that I get to work with my family, I get to see my mom, I get to see my sisters quite regularly because of the business. I always say that I don't think doing Puff-Off Ministry would be as fun if we weren't doing it as a family. What would you say, Mum?
Well, for me, the most rewarding thing is seeing my daughters carry on the legacy as a family. So that's 100%, joy for me.